Oi, oi, Savaloys. How are we all doing on this wonderful morning? Welcome to Chelsea Dad. I'm Kel. This is game week 21, and today I've got a few things to go through. So, first of all, I'd like to say thank you, Enzo Maresca, for a lovely letter, thanking the fans and the players, saying what a wonderful time he had at the club with us. But also to mention nothing about the owners or the directors or anybody else really internally in the club. What a surprise. I think that just proves that there was some issues. Well, we all know that anyway, don't we? Because BLUECO, Clear Lake, Clown Lake, not the most favourable people, are they? Anyway, thank you, Enzo Maresca, for your time once again. You've done all right considering. Working with shackles, handcuffs, ball and chain, controlled. Can't have been too easy for you, mate. So, yeah, thank you for remembering us. Have a good one. Long success for you. Secondly, quick one on the Chelsea Supporters Trust. Over 4,000 members recently voted on many things, but it looked like they were well over 96%. Of those 4,000 voters, extremely dissatisfied, or at best, for BLUECO, dissatisfied with the way the club's run in all manners. I think there was something about over 60% voted that they weren't happy about the pricing of tickets, which I'm not surprised because BLUECO, you know, you can't go and get a front of shirt sponsor, but you can rip fans off to bring in the Reddies, you greedy bastards. So, yeah, Chelsea Supporters Trust. Get some more bollocks. Go forward with this. Put more pressure on the club. Put more pressure on the owners. I'm sure you can find a way. I'm not a politician. I'm not clever in that sort of thing. But I'm sure you've got the brains there somewhere to organise something to put some pressure on these scoundrels running our club. But anyway, not a favourable vote for the owners. And funnily enough, when it was put to them, they had no comment. What a surprise. You know, when the heat's on, when the pressure's on them, they keep stum, don't they? Got nothing to say, arseholes. But there you go. Right, something else. Ben Jacobs, the famous Ben Jacobs. What a twonk. What a muppet. Brown envelope. What has he put? He's put Rosinia viewed as an elite coach with potential. How is he an elite coach? Interim at Derby, short spell at Hull City, and another short spell at Strasbourg, and now a puppet, another yes man puppet at Chelsea. How is he elite? Let me tell you what elite is. Mourinho, Ancelotti, Pep, Klopp, there's a few others. They are elite. They have the minerals. They've been there, done it, worn the t-shirt, won things most clubs could only ever dream of. So, how can you actually word it? Rosinia, what is he? Viewed as elite with great potential. No, he has maybe the potential to be elite. But to say he's elite already, have a fucking laugh, mate. Get in the bed. Go to bed. Stay in bed. Don't get out of bed because you're a mong, mate. Stupid thing to say. Anyway, here we go. And that Cave fella on Sky. I mean, just listening to his voice does my Sweden. He drives me mad. He comes out with so much shit. Waffle, 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 waffle. I think he actually likes the sound of his own voice. Now, what has he been saying? He's been saying Liam Rosinia is not a yes man. Are you for real, sunshine? Really? Do you know about the project and process at Chelsea? Do you know these owners? Or have you been given a brown envelope just to say the nice things, set a narrative that's not true? More PR shit. What is wrong with you people? He's not a yes man. But then you go on to contradict yourself in a way. Now, how did you contradict yourself? Yeah? But he won't have power. This is Liam Rosenior. Liam Rosenior will not have power or say in, what is it, for new players. He won't have a say in what players he wants and Chelsea get. Now, what does that say? Is that not a contradiction? Cave, mate, think about what you're going to say before you say it, all right? Don't make yourself sound like an absolute dog geezer. All right, so that's that. I mean, we all know it's all down to the directors. We all know it's down to the owners. It's all down to AI and data. It's got nothing to do with Liam Rosenior being a yes man or not. It just is. They rule everything. They control players. Rosenior won't get a say, yes. But to say he's not a yes man, work that one out. That's 2 + 2 = 97. I mean, what's wrong with you guys? Anyway, tonight's game, away to Fulham. Now, Liam Rosenior won't be in the dugout. Apparently he's not in charge. Well, he's not going to be in charge anyway in his tenure at the club, is he? He's just going to be that puppet. But Callum McFarlane in the dugout, Liam Rosenior in the stands, having a watch. So, what we got there? Who's going to pick the lineup? I mean, you know it's not going to be Conor McGregor from Timu, Callum McFarlane, and it probably won't even be Liam Rosenior. I don't think it ever will be Liam Rosenior, but it'll be AI. It'll be data picking the team for tonight. So that's going to be interesting. Sanchez, Cucurella and Fofana. After the presser, they were going to assess those players' fitnesses. I'm not sure what the update is with them for tonight, but they could be back. Some might be back, none might be back. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? So that leads me on to what I think, not what I think the club will pick, or not what I think AI and data will pick, but what I would probably pick tonight. And I'm going to go with Sanchez in goal, James at right back, Fofana and Trev in the middle. Now, on the left-hand side, will Cucurella be fit? If he's fit, should they rush him back? How bad was the injury in the first place? But I'll put him in because I'm hoping Cucurella will be fit. If not, does Hato deserve a start? He came on against City, done pretty well, didn't he? So that's an option. Or will they stick Gusto over on the left again? We'll have to wait and see. Now in the middle, this is just me, okay? I am going for Santos and Caicedo and a double pivot. I think Santos came on and he kind of changed us in that second half. We had a bit more impetus, with a little bit more control. So I'd like to see that again. Santos right next to Caicedo and a double pivot. And I'm going to go Palmer on the right. I mean, you guys may have your own choices, your own decisions, but yeah, Palmer on the right, Estevao on the left, and I'm going to go. I know I've been slating him recently, and rightly so, because he's been taller. I'm going to go for Delap up front because he showed a bit of muscle, showed a bit of fight. He wasn't as lazy. He gave a bit more against Man City when he came on. Just sort your discipline out, mate, because it's a disgrace, all right? Stop being a stupid boy. You're not Diego Costa. I mean, he used to get stuck in and cause all sorts of nonsense, but he was clever with it. Plus, he scored goals. You concentrate on scoring goals instead of pushing people into sideboards and shoving and pushing like a big girl in the playground, all right? Behave yourself. Score the goals. That's what we want from you. So that's that. Now we're going to go on to my predictions for all the games tonight. Bournemouth, Tottenham. Only because of my dislike to Tottenham, nothing else really. I've gone for Bournemouth 2, Tottenham 1. Brentford, Sunderland. Brentford in pretty good form recently. In their last 4, they've won 3 and drawn 1. So I'm going to go. And Sunderland, something about them boys, isn't there? They got some fight, them geezers up there. So Brentford 2, Sunderland 2. And then you've got Palace Villa. Palace have been a bit poor recently, haven't they? So I'm going to go Palace 1 and Villa 2. Everton versus Wolves. Everton been a bit recently. Wolves got their win against West Ham, but who's not winning against West Ham at the minute? So I'm going to go actually Everton to come back. Everton 3, Wolves 1. Then Manchester City versus Brighton. Man City drawn their last 2 games. Going to be pretty pissed off, I think, up there at the empty head. So I'm actually going to go for Man City 3, Brighton 1. And then what I think is going to be a pretty boring game. Burnley against Manchester United. I'm going to go Burnley 1, Manchester United 2. And then you've got Newcastle Leeds. And I think this one will be better than the Burnley United game. I think there'll be goals. I think there'll be excitement. I think it'll be end to end. I'm going to go Newcastle 3, Leeds 1. Okay. Now, the big one for us. Fulham versus Chelsea. I don't like predicting Chelsea results, but doing this, I suppose I've got to include them. So I'm going to go Fulham 1, Chelsea 3. Hope I'm right, at least. And then tomorrow night, you've got a big game. Arsenal, Goon Scum versus the Bin Dippers, Liverpool. I'm going for Arsenal 2, Liverpool 1. I think Arsenal will continue winning. I do want to mention West Ham again. Proper in the mud, sitting down in there in the relegation zone. It is not looking good. Will I be upset if they go down? Nah. Not in your Nelly. Would laugh. I would laugh. So there we go. It's just a quick one today. I also want to say BLUECO Clown Lake out. Always out. All right? You're vermin. You're a cancer. Get out. And I want to mention the protest. 1 o'clock outside the Britannia Gate. I've been there. January the 17th. Remember that. Go and protest. It does help. You can't just protest. Need to boycott seats. Don't buy merchandise. Stick with old gear like this. Okay? Yeah. Protest. Boycott. Don't buy merch. Make these owners suffer. Kick their egos into the bin. All right? So, up to Chelsea. Come on, you Blues. Let's get 3 points tonight. All right? We need them. This will be our 21st Premier League game of the season and we're sitting on 31 points. That's a joke. That's an absolute joke. Almost 2 billion spent and you've got 31 points out of 20 games so far. Well, by late tonight, let's be on 34 points, eh? Come on, you Blues. Let's do it. Let's show some spirit. Let's show some fight. You proved it. You proved it against Man City. You proved it against Arsenal when we had 10 men. Okay? You proved it against Barcelona in the Champions League when we beat them. So come on, get out there, do it. None of this inconsistency nonsense. Do your stuff. All right. Have a good day, folks. Come on, Blues. Come on, Chelsea. Let's have it. All right. Have a good one. Love. Peace.